many of you are here? 11. So you guys are writing this mail? All of you? Yeah. So just a small introduction. I'm Manjunath, rank 495 this time. I got 318 in Anthro, and most part of my rank is only because of Anthro. So very good score, and second highest in Karnataka. I got 170 in paper 1. Just that I'm not feeling well from past 3 days. And this got delayed. Like this discussion was supposed to happen on audible. Was supposed to happen on Monday. It got delayed. So we'll finish it off. The test number 5. Majorly this pertaining to the physical anthro part. First question is DNA polymorphism. Just give you the structure, what is expected out of this question for a 10 marker. Okay? And just we need to explain what is polymorphism. That is the first thing. What is polymorphism? It's like variations. That's it. In our population itself, some blood group will be B positive, some will be B negative, some will be AB positive, and we are having so much of variations. Whenever this variation is greater than 1%, that means this variation is not because of some mutation or anything. Selection has actually happened. Selection has happened, and this population is sustaining. This kind of variation is sustaining in a population. So when such kind of a thing exists, when such kind of variation exists in a population, that is called as polymorphism. Okay. So that definition you are supposed to see, and after that, you need to explain sources. This is one thing. Second thing is sources. Sources of genetic polymorphism. Okay. So we know that we define what is polymorphism. Next is that what is it that is causing this polymorphism? That you have to explain. Okay. And what are the sources? 3 sources: mutations, migration, selection. When all the 3 forces acts, all these 3 results into variations. And when this variation is greater than 1% in any population, that would result into the polymorphism. Okay. Similarly, this kind of polymorphism exists in very different forms. It could be at DNA level, it could be at cell level, and many other levels, even at the gene level also. So here they have only asked about DNA polymorphism. So in DNA, you have something called RFLP and you have PNTR. These are the polymorphisms which is evident at the DNA level. Variable number of tandem repeats, and RFLP is, I have forgotten what it is. But these are the 2 polymorphism which is present at the DNA level. You have to quote all these things in a systematic way. This three steps in this: the explanation, definition part, and sources. And since they have asked only about DNA level, you can talk about that part. But otherwise, as I told you, we have at the cell surface means RBC level. Here we have something like A positive, B positive. Apart from this, this MNS system. So these are the polymorphisms which we tend to observe at cell level. For 10 marks, this is enough, 2 pages. Next question is secular trends in human growth and development. First thing is we can talk about what is growth, what is development, net increase in size, that would define it as a growth. For development, there has to be functional specialization. Then that's one thing. Second thing is trends. Trends of growth and development. So there are some trends which is like, there is top to bottom growth, which is orderliness. Like when you see a baby, the baby's head will be like almost half the size of the body when it's first grown. So the growth will happen from top to the bottom side, bottom side. So top to bottom growth, and then you have something like inner to outer growth. One more is there. Anybody remember the other growth, other one? Hmm? No, it's inner to outer. Inner to outer, then top to bottom, and one more is there. Simple to complex. So top to bottom means it will grow first, then the lower part of the body. Inner to outer, trunk and head develop before the limbs and arms. That is the explanation. Simple to complexes. Children could sit before standing. That is simple to complex. Should I write? Sir, Klinefelter syndrome. So, how many of you have given anthro before? Any of you have given with anthro? How many marks is scored? 190. Only you are the one. Anybody else? Like what went wrong there? Okay. Paper one, how much? Hmm. Two is always dicey. I got in my third attempt 95 in paper two and 150 this time. So huge gamble paper two. Okay, Klinefelter syndrome. You just have to first define this, what it is. It's a chromosomal aberration which is happening at the sex chromosome level. It's not the autosomal one, it's a sex chromosomal level happening at 46. Okay. After that, you have to write the genotype. Genotype is it's a monosomy, bisomy, trisomy. What is this? I mean I can use the words, right? Anthro word. So this is a trisomy. So it is represented as 47 XXY. So these things you have to use in your answers. This is the genotype. Karyotype also you have to write. If you use these kind of words, you don't have to write much in anthro. They will give you marks. This is X, this is Y, this is another X, which is additional, which is attached to the 46th. This will be like 45, 46, 47. So it is called as 47 XXY. X is this. Then you have to talk about the frequency part. It will appear 1 in 700 population. Then you should also talk about causes. Why this cause will happen? Two causes: non-disjunction, either during oogenesis or spermatogenesis. You can draw a diagram also for here. So this is the case for Klinefelter syndrome. This is happening during oogenesis stage, non-disjunction. Actually, this should have been, ideally, this is how it should have happened during gamete formation, but this is not happening because of non-disjunction. When this happens, this will be the result. After that, we can talk about the symptoms of this syndrome. Yeah, that will be pretty much better. In epidemiological anthropology, it's basically it's a subdivision of anthropology which is concerned with the study of the distribution of various diseases and determinant of the disease in various society. You have epidemics, plague, polio. So why all this disease pattern, like and the geological arrangements, why in certain society malaria is present and certain society is not present. So that kind of study, this epidemiological anthropology try to do it, and it will also try to ascertain the possible contribution of culture and biological factors which are present in that society that could contribute to the prevalence of such certain diseases. So how this epidemics and anthropology, that is the first stage, definition part and explanation, giving examples and other things. And secondly, how the epidemics plus anthropology can be related. That would be the second part. So most of the chronic non-infectious diseases, see diseases can be of two types. One is congenital. Congenital is by birth. Other one is acquired. Okay. This acquired one is also infectious diseases, and non-infectious ones. These infectious ones are the ones which are caused by bacteria, fungal infections, virus, everything. Non-infectious one, you have many things. You have nutrition based, obesity, otherwise stunted growth. Then you have lifestyle diseases, diabetic. So many things. So where this epidemical anthropology can be related is that all these lifestyle diseases, nutrition, these are all socio-cultural factors. Lifestyle diseases, these are all socio-cultural factors. South Indians have a higher incidence of diabetic. All socio-cultural factors. That is why this overlap will be useful in certain studies of diseases and all. Majorly, this part is very less. This is where socio-cultural factors are involved. There as epidemical anthropology and this disease assessment will be working well. So there are 4 factors in epidemical anthropology for the diseases. It's called as exogenous factor, it's biotic and abiotic ones. Then endogenous factors, these are genetic ones. Then demographic factors, behavioral factors. So all this will help you in examining, analyzing the diseases prevalent in any society. Next question 1E, fertility and fecundity. So fertility is nothing but giving rise, reproductive capacity, and fecundity, like a woman can give rise to 10 children if possible. But like socioeconomical factors will also come into picture. So that way they'll restrict it to 1 or 2. So that restrictions enforced by socioeconomical factors is called fecundity. So that depends. There are societies where there is lack of awareness and all, still they'll have a lot of children along with them. So that is also once again demographics and socioeconomic factors coming into play. So I just have to give this definition. Then factors affecting. What are the factors which affect the fertility as well as fecundity? So fertility, the factors which are affecting is sterility. Then the duration, like duration of the intercourse, like if they are separate, if the both husband and wife are separated for any other reason, so in that case also fertility is affected. Any other diseases if they are having, and menarche, menopause, all these are the factors which